Is gargoyles spout water, the ones that don't are just grotesque. Now, what is Gothic about the Goths? Yes.
The Goths were an ancient German tribe, I think, who wore crushed velvet and very, very thin drain-pipe trousers and spat in shopping centres. And Goths have carried on that tradition to this day.
We're a rampaging army of horny-headed warriors.
Yes, and actually you should have some points because, oddly enough, people think of the Goths as German, but they were originally Scandinavian. And you look Scandinavian, well, you know, from that
Glaswegian
area.
Scandinavian?
Norwegian Scandinavians.
They sound dangerous.
They came from Scandinavia, and they defeated the Vandals, who were a group of Germans, which is where we get our word
Hang
Vandal
around
from.
bus shelters.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think you are, oddly enough, the most Gothic of the Goths, because the point is Gothic has been used to mean all kinds of things. What kind of things can you think of that are applied to Gothic?
Cathedrals.
Cathedrals, why are they called Gothic?
Well, is it anything that isn't classic?
Yes, it was an insult, is the point. In Renaissance Italy, they called them Gothic to mean barbarian, because they were conceived to be the people who destroyed Rome and therefore destroyed civilization. So Gothic was a huge insult. So there was Gothic architecture. What else was called Gothic? Gothic literature. That's where you start to get Gothic in terms of the macabre, isn't it?
Yes, and a sort of Byron-esque sort of anti-hero, maybe.
Yeah.
The bad monks and women who always fainted and slightly lesed it up.
Yes. And what other forms of Gothic are there? Does Carpenter Gothic mean anything to you?
Carpenter Gothic.
Carpenter Gothic.
It was an interesting phase in their recording career where she was quite skinny anyway and she had the mascara. It looked good.
No, Carpenter Gothic.
Was it a death-obsessed Geppetto? Oh, that's American Gothic, isn't it?
That's right. By...
No, I thought it was Norman Rockwell, but it isn't.
No, it's not Rockwell.
It's Grant somebody.
Grant is right. Grant Wood. And that is the actual building there in Eldon, Iowa.
Looks better in the painting, really, doesn't it?
Yes, a little dilapidated.
How have they got Gothic from that? What's Gothic about it?
That pointed ecclesiastical style window is it's a Gothic arch.
It's a bit of a lame effort, isn't it? Considering the trouble we went to over here,
I know.
Americans think they can put a window like that in and call it Gothic. Lazy Gothic.
Lazy Gothic.
Half-assed Gothic.
Couldn't be bothered to do it properly Gothic.
Just so it fits under the roof, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't the guy in that painting his dentist?
You're absolutely right. It was Grant Wood's dentist. Points for Sue Perkins. That's pretty damn good. And the woman...
Is it Gail from Corrie? Pretty sure that's her.
Gail from Corrie.
Helen
Worth. Very nice woman.
She looks exactly like the character she plays.
There's an incredible similarity.
That's very good. Anyway, so there are lots of things we call Gothic. And, of course, there are the young people who go about in black eyeliner and stuff.
Well, I like the fact that it makes me think that the Goths sacked Rome only after being nagged by their mum for a fortnight.
Oh, do we have to? Oh, rubbish.
They are. Goths, I like Goths. I have to say I like that.
Yeah, they're emotional and soulful.
No, if they're emotional, they're actually...
Emos.
Huh?
Emos, aren't they?
Yeah, don't get those two mixed up.
Emos.
I love an emo.
I was a Goth for a while.
Were you?
I was asked to leave because I was just too miserable.
I was an emu for a while.
Oh.
When did the hand come out?
What is the difference between an emo and a Goth? I've missed that.
One's a flightless bird.
One's a marauding
And the other one's a
killer.
horny-headed vandal.
You've got like Fields of the Nephilim and Sisters of Mercy, and then you've got like, I don't know, My Bloody Valentine and Death Cab for Cutie. It's like different.
What?
Like being on a show with your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get it.
That's what we're aiming
I hate
for.
you.
They say that emos want to kill themselves and Goths want to kill everyone else.
I think Goths are just, they've decided to bring together all the things that parents hate and fear most.
Yes.
And just put it all into one look, you know, with a pasty face and horrible dyed hair and punk clothing and rubbish music and... Oh! Too much cider.
I wanted to paint my bedroom black when I was a teenager. What's the urge there? That sort of seems to be very common. what colour do you want your room? Black. All of it. Totally black. Ceiling black, all of it.
Were you allowed to do that, Alan, with your room?
No. Lots of wallpaper from Fads, eh? And after I had it put up, I was quite pleased with it, and I was watching Coronation Street. This is 1982, I think. And Mike Baldwin was on at home with a glass of wine, flirting with someone with slightly boofy hair, and I realised, as I looked behind him, he had exactly the same wallpaper as me. And I felt really unwell then. I've got the same taste as Mike Baldwin.
Well, the point is there were many things that we call Gothic, and just about the only thing they have in common is that they are completely unconnected to the Goths. But